Meru mountain. Meru mountain. This is always a kind of a dilemma, enigma. That where is Meru mountain? Why I am saying this? Where is Meru mountain? Why it is my necessity? Okay, if you read Gita, so Gita is a book that is supposed to be that is directly came from the mouth of or directly came as a speech from Lord Krishna. Okay, if you see all the religion, then it is that people came as messenger to the God. But this is the only place you see that God Himself is talking. I don't know how much it is true or not, but that is the idea that God Himself is talking in Gita. If God Himself is talking in Gita, then He talks about Meru Parvat, Meru mountain. So in mountain, I am Meru. This is what Krishna talks in Gita. Okay. So among human, I am king. Okay. Among animal, I am lion. Among fish, I am crocodile. So this is what he is saying. Among unmovable that cannot be moved, Achanomi, Achan. Among unmovable, I am Himalaya. Among river, I am Ganga. Okay, this is what Krishna talks in Gita. So I believe if someone say where is lion, you can say this is lion. Where is Himalaya? This is Himalaya. Where is Ganga? Then this is Ganga. Where is crocodile? Then this is crocodile. Where is Mount Meru? अचलो में मैं हिमालय means I'm sorry पर्वतों में means in mountain I am among mountain I am in mountain I am Mount Meru. Where is Mount Meru? This is always in question. So there are two Mount Meru. Both are exemplary. One Mount Meru is in Uttarakhand district, earlier Uttar Pradesh, now it is Uttarakhand. One Mount Meru is in Uttarakhand state, that is Gangotri National Park. So Gangotri, it originates from Gomukh. Okay, so Gangotri originates from Gomukh. So Gomukh, water comes from Ganga originates from Gomukh. Gomukh is a point that is a hole inside a mountain. From there, water comes Gomukh, and then the glacier from which snow melts, that is called Gangotri. That region is called Gangotri National Park, and the nearest mountain, that is Meru mountain. Okay, so Meru mountain is 6,600 meter high, 6.6 kilometer high, and Meru mountain has three peaks: north, central, and south. North peak and south peak. If people have climbed Mount Everest, then people have climbed Mount Meru also. If they have climbed Mount Meru, then climbing Mount Meru north peak and Mount Meru south peak, Mount Meru north peak and Mount Meru south peak. So it has been done. So north is 6,600, then south is 6,450 meters, whereas the central is 6,000 6,240. It is the lowest. Highest is north. Highest is north. I believe highest is south. One of them. One is 6,600. Another is 6,450. Central one is 6,311. 6,311 is the central peak of the Mount Meru in Uttarakhand. No one had climbed central peak. Why? There is the central peak, the peak of the mountain is like a shark fish fin. The shark, when it swims with the fin. That fin, it's shaped like a shark. If the fin is like round, if you see the fin, it is like a round, semicircle, some semi parabola. So it is like semi-parabola. The peak is like semi-parabola. That is the semi-parabola. That is the central Mount Meru. So no one had climbed. So 2001, someone had climbed the central part, and then 2006 again, central part was climbed by someone. Otherwise, since 1901, people from all the globe they tried climbing Meru's central part. Central peak, 6,311 kilometers. But because of shark fin, if you climb from the fin's bottom to top, one rock is there that is 1.4 kilometer high. 1.4 kilometer high. If there is a rock, I'll show. So probably in near future, I'll show the rock mountains also. So it is not only in room I am communicating. So we will show those climbing also. So the rock mountain climbing, if you see, then 100-meter high one rock is there, then it is impossible to climb. But 1.4 kilometer one rock that is like a shark fin, then that is full granite, you will slip, and then to snow underneath, it is impossible to climb. That's why it took 100 years to make successful climb in 2001 and 2006. I'm sorry, to the central of the Mount Meru, not through the to the shark fin. So if this is the peak, if this is the peak of central Meru, then one side of the peak is the shark fin, not the other side of the peak. One side, that is northeast part. So other than shark fin's path, other paths were climbed in 2001 and 2006. In 2011, someone climbed through 1,001.4 kilometer shark fin path. So anyway, so this is Mount Meru that is that in that Gangotri glacier comes into the picture. There is no animal, nothing. It's pure snow-based mountain that is in Uttarakhand. What river comes out from the Gangotri, that is the Gangotri National Park or Mount Meru, is river Ganga. Okay, this is one Mount Meru. There is another Mount Meru in Africa, Tanzania. There is another Mount Meru that is 4,500 kilometers, 500 meters. Okay, here it is 6,600 meters. There it is 4,500 meters. Mount Meru. Mount Meru is a peak, and that is 70 kilometers west of Mount Kilimanjaro. So Kilimanjaro is again, it's a peak which has three peaks. Okay, I forget the name. So they have three peaks. The highest peak is 5,800 plus meter, whereas 70 kilometer west is Mount Mount Meru, that is 4,500 meters. Mount Kilimanjaro is 6 5,872 or something meter high, that is 4,500 meter Mount Meru. That is also covered with the snow. So Indian Mount Meru and Tanzania Mount Meru, as far as snow is concerned, there is no difference. Okay. Now second thing is the top of that peak. If you see the mountain peak, that peak is not available in the Mount Meru. Peak is completely destroyed by the volcano. Okay, so the volcano. So if it exists in Gangotri National Park. Then that exists in, I believe, Arash. I'll check it. So that believe in some other national park. Okay, I believe its name is Arshu or something like. There is a town south to the Mount Meru in Tanzania. It lies in that national park. Okay, this is in Gangotri National Park, and that is in Arshu or something national park. And now the height is 4,500 meters, and top is taken away by volcano eruption some 7,000 or 8,000, 7,800 years back. There was volcanic eruption, and peak of the Mount Meru is not there. Here peak is there. Their peak is not there, and peak is kind of completely devastated, and there is a big hole. Okay, there is a big hole. So that hole through which the volcanic eruption happened. Recent mode volcanic eruption, minor volcanic eruption happened in 1910. So 1910, 20th century, 1910, the minor volcanic eruption happened in the top of the Mount Meru, that is a flat now. Peak is gone, 7,800 backward. And flat portion on the top has a hole through which a volcanic eruption happens. That whole width or diameter from one end to other end is 3.8 kilometer. Okay, 2.2 miles, I believe. 2.2 miles. If it is 2.2 miles, then it will turn up 2.2 mile. 1 mile is 1.6. Then 2 mile is 3. So 2.2, either it will come as 3.8 or 3.4 or 3.5. So it is 3.5, 2.2, 2.2 miles. That is the diameter of the kind of, you can say, crater or whatever. The crater, it forms the whole of the volcano. That is 2.2 miles away. So if someone falls in, then it is something like ant fall inside that. That is Mount Meru. Okay, so it is volcanic eruption prone, and recent most volcanic eruption happened in 1910. Now, if you see the Arashu, I believe Arashu. Okay, so Arashu National Park, Arashu is the town that is south to the Mount Meru. Now, Mount Meru, if you see, the slope of Mount Meru is highly alluvial soil, means it is highly cultivating soil. So there is savanna. Savanna means grassland and forest all around the Meru. If that is true, then there are 400 type of wild animal. They live in that savanna of the Mount Meru. So good example is giraffe. So if someone is going climbing Mount Meru, then he may encounter giraffe. Like that, 400 animals are there. So more in Meru top is snow, and then down it is full of cultivating land that is acquired by forest and savanna, and that is full of animals. And down southward is, I believe, the town name is Arashu. Okay, so there is Kilimanjaro. So many people visit Kilimanjaro because it is climbable. So Kilimanjaro being 5,800 meters, it is climbable. So Kilimanjaro International Airport exists. From there, 70 kilometer is the Mount Meru. What is another similarity? This is the dissimilarity of volcano top. But another similarity is climbing Mount Meru in India is difficult, because I told you there is sharp fin, and other way path is difficult, at least the central mountain. Here the cliff of the mountain where people they climb, that is the cliff is very sharp in Mount Meru here also. So climbing Mount Meru in Africa is difficult than climbing Kilimanjaro there, even though it is of low height. Other similarity is, if you see this full national park, Kilimanjaro and Mount Meru, full national park, then from that national park, whatever the waterfall, whatever the snow melt, that snow water goes to river Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria is a lake that is on boundary of Tanzania and Uganda. From that lake, then river Nile originates. So one is feeding India. River Ganga is feeding India. Whereas Mount Meru, the water that comes out, it going to become indirectly, not directly, indirectly, it becomes the source for River Nile. River Nile feeds, uh, I believe, Uganda, and from Uganda, I believe it enters Sudan, South Sudan, North Sudan, then it flows through Egypt. Okay, as far as agricultural land is concerned, lengthwise, it is the longest river in the world, Nile River. But as far as fertility of the land is concerned, then there is no comparison between Ganga and Nile. Nile, if you see the population along the line, only you will find in Egypt or in Sudan, some people they live, some agriculture is there. And in Egypt, towards Al Qahira, there is it makes a delta. The Nile River makes delta when it reaches Kahira, Al Kahira. From there, it diverges into many rivers. There is delta, and there it's it hits the Mediterranean Sea with good cultivating land. But that region also falls in Indian subcontinent. With people who live in the Nile Delta, they are from the Indian origin as far as genetic structure is concerned. So both places, it is Indian subcontinent. Both places two very famous river. One is Ganga and one is Nile. Okay, and then climbing is difficult. Both are snow fed, but difference is one is low height, another is high height. One is full animals, there is no animal. One is volcano prone, there is no volcano there. So these are the differences. Now someone has to decide that the Gita, the Meru is which Meru?